they do the rest, right? The Lee Sin will do the rest, and we'll be able to execute the top side.
Zoe.
But the Zoe has been banned away here, and this is a very good ban coming in from J Team. They really have done their homework here, and again, this is them in full desperation. If they win, they secure playoffs. If they lose, oh no, they might just get overtaken by the other teams.
I really am surprised about this angle, banning the Gwen just for them to or for Under9 to not pick that in the mid lane is also a good answer here. There's a big chance that J Team would go for a double ADC. That's why they banned that Gwen.
Unren is not really known for his Yasuo, so rather than going for the Yasuo as a rather than banning the Yasuo, they will be banning the Gwen, which is one of the champions that Unron9 has used in the past. Now this will be, as he called it, the double marksman composition. What would Unron9 do this time? Because you kind of need to consider the tempo advantage, right? Jace is still available, but do you really want to play Jace here?
Oh, they pick up the Camille. They could let Under9 pick up the Jax on the mid or the Camille on the mid lane, so it is still possible that we have that angle here for the side of KBG. But my problem here is, where's the damage gonna come from?
It will be from perfect choreographed team fight, right? Like the front to back of KBG. Exactly. Like this set of champions that KBG has right now, in terms of being able to make it work, it's so hard to do it. But you have lots of frontline, right? Like you have the Jax, Camille that can initiate, Hecarim as well, plus the Alistar. So it's all about just trying to find your fights. And when it comes to a 5v5 skirmish, just as long as the marksman gets control.
Oh no! Oh no!
Oh yeah, this is a very, very good counter pick.
Oh man, that's a perfect counter pick for what they were thinking on the side of KBG. Yes, that they want to engage, they want to go against both of these ADCs, but when you have a Braum in front of you, well, that's happening. That is when things are gonna get hard for KBG.
And KBG showing a Camille mid lane instead of the Jax. This is a blast from the past, as I would say.
Yep.
A lot of APAC teams tried to do this. A lot of them failed for sure. But this is a strategy that originated from the CN teams, right? Like they are not hesitating to pick up the Camille, because again, the strength of the Camille is not just because of his dueling potential. It's because of the Hextech ultimatum. And in the mid lane, your best tool will be the tactical sweep, right? So it's there to gain the control needed. However, as with all things considered here, I feel that J Team's early game, especially with the amount of priority that they will be getting during the laning phase, their early game should be a lot better, right? Like 1,000 times better. They do have the Lee Sin, they do have the range advantage, they do have the Braum, which is a very good early support as well. So if KBG wins this, I believe it will be a very long game. And I don't know who to favor, because this is still a double marksman composition. And again, as he said it, Braum is a very good pick against the composition that KBG is trying to run.
It's really hard to deal with a composition like this. This is the composition that Season 1 KBG, yes, they would be able to pull this off. But in Season 2, this is a composition that I'm not sure they would be able to pull up. Because remember, during the recent patches for patch 4.4, Jax and the Camille doesn't really deal as much damage as we expect them to be, like way before. That's why why I'm asking, where is the damage gonna come from? Right. Because you don't expect that right now on a Season 2 Wild Rift League Asia, Jax and Camille.
Yeah, it will be the, I would say, prolonged team fight that KBG would want to really maximize, and you're seeing what he spotted. So KBG has information that this is happening.
Yeah, the Tom knows that this is happening. CF17 is still keeping at it. He's gonna be pushing back on run 9. Wants to go for a 1v1. He knows he can win that 1v1, but it still has been taken by the Ton. Thanks for the leash.
Yeah, he didn't mind. He did not mind the leash in, right? Like my focus is to take down the blue buff farm myself. And again, that's one way to answer the early game advantage that J Team is having right now. And the only reason why the Lee Sin had the angle to steal away that blue buff was because of the early game advantage that their team has.
SEY being chased down. Ignite was used, but he's not going to be killed
Counter
just yet.
kill.
He turned things around with a Ruthless Predator, but it's a good flash from KG to get a 1-for-1.
Yeah, but that still is a very good thing for J Team, right? Like, you cannot dive a Renekton under the tower. That's a enraged Ruthless Predator. Exactly, right? Like, you do this. I knew it. Like, at that point, if you dive a Renekton with a stun available to him, you will be surprised with the amount of damage that he can do. He can bring out.
And coupled the fact that he had the dice rage too, so armor reduction. That's why it was the damage of that Ruthless Predator was crazy. But again, KBG, with what they can do with this composition, we can see how the Ton could use this. This is a perfect Ton champion.
Exactly.
Hecarim is something that he could really use effectively.
And he's been playing it a lot, right? Like, that's one champion that I believe that KBG is really prioritizing right now. Add to the fact that, it's being left open by a lot of teams. KBG will really maximize the Hecarim pick over and over. Wow.
Oh man. Just putting a door out in that Cruciate Barrage is not gonna go through.
Oh, door. But yeah, on the top side, that's a... By the way, Unreal 9 might just be cornered here by CF17 and Soldier. Never mind, Soldier does not have enough mana. Now, on the top side, right? Okay, sure. Renekton was able to get the first blood. But
yeah,
Jax was also able to get the return kill. Add to the fact that he was able to get 2 buffs. That I think is a very good thing to have. Xiaoma has proven... Sorry, not Xiaoma, KG. KG has proven that, there are games that you can rely on him to carry. Right? Like, his Fiora is very deadly. And oftentimes, when we see Jax, it's just going for the defensive purposes. But KG is, like, built differently, right? Like, he will win the lane, especially against the Renekton. And later on, right? Like, that will be a win condition for KBG.
Yeah, and based on how things change for a Renekton versus Jax matchup while we move towards these, especially in Wild Rift. In League of Legends, we know that Renekton is always a counter for the Jax, but here in this game, a defensive Jax almost always would be able to nullify a Renekton.
Yeah, because again, as a Renekton, what you want to do is to dominate the lane, to have that kill threat. But
yeah,
you won't really have that kill threat available, right? Especially what he's doing, right? Like Counter-Strike, dodging the Ruthless Predator here by SZY. Another thing that, I would... Okay, never mind, because there could be a play here in the bottom lane. But yeah, one more thing that I would say is throwing off all the Renektons right now is the prevalence of the plated steel caps.
Yeah.
Dude, like, it's a very good counter to all the bursts that Renekton has.
Yeah, just one play to the steel cap could really tone down the amount of damage that this Renekton does. But what I like about people is that they're still picking up the Renekton just because of the fact that at least in the mid game we're safe as long as we have a Renekton on our side. They're already starting the dragon. Everybody's pinging on the bottom side of the map. They already started to fight. Yu is gonna be knocking off some of the members right here. He could be stunned in just a bit, but they're not gonna continue.
Yeah, level advantage for KG. They're not stopping.
Yeah, Under Knight's gonna go into the backline. CF17 is gonna be his target. They have it. They take it, and they stole it in the end. KBG, great play from Under Knight, but the turnaround coming in from X1 is in the back. The lightning crash is helping him out. KG might be able to run away. They were able to flash in, but they weren't able to continue the kill. CF17 takes one more, 2 for 0, but they didn't get the dragon.
You're right. 0 damage. 0 damage coming in from KBG, especially with especially with Ezreal, right? Not yet at the point that he can really scale up. That's KBG losing a team fight. Oh, yeah. They're not yet done.
Wait, they don't have mana on Xiaoma. They don't need to take this fight, but they're already taking it. They already have the Ripple on their side. Look at KG. Doesn't have a lot of damage though. They might be able to get the stun in. CF70 is going to safeguard away. Great way to disassemble from J Team.
Wait, goes for the chase is Daton. He wants one.
Okay. Good thing he didn't follow through though. I think they want to kill SZY here.
Okay.
CF17. Okay, never mind.
Right, so when I said prolonged team fight, not this long though.
It was so long.
This is super long of a team fight, but KBG is definitely feeling the pressure on the side of J Team in terms of damage because, again, raw damage early game wise, I feel that J Team should have the advantage, especially with the Lee Sin being this ahead right now. And Yu will have to witness this tower going down, just the power of the Wild Rift Herald being in full display.
Yeah, and now they want to take this blue buff. Members right here are already converging onto this blue buff. Don't really need to risk it at this point for J-Team.
What?
But they already have pressure on the top side, so they could definitely get some playthings for their team.
Daton is very smart. He's really one of the smartest junglers that we've ever had, right? Like in a tournament setup. And yeah, the onus is still on J-Team to really play it fast. I know that they have the double scaling, the double marksman composition, but I really feel like that if they won't be able to at least open up the game and have like at least at a minimum 4k goal advantage, they cannot stand pat against the potential team fight composition that KBG is brewing come mid game, come late game. Because if you look at their champions, right, like you do have Enran9 that can really start the team fight, and once Xiaoma has enough items, he will be free to hit all those primary targets.
Yeah, and what I love about the composition from KBG, yes, they don't really have a lot of damage, but the ease of execution that this the Hextech Ultimatum gives the team is one of the biggest reasons why they could really turn around these big fights, especially if they breach the backline.
Yeah, exactly. But that's we still have to again put into consideration. Oh wait, you.
Okay. Top side, doesn't have a lot of damage though, but the Hextech Ultimatum might be able to turn things around here. They're tanking up a lot of damage with Unbreakable Will, and that's gonna be a very dead alligator.
Yeah, and there was no one to back up, right? Like every single one of the members of J-Team was on the other side of the map. And one thing to note is that Alistar is the best tower diving champion that we have in the game, especially at level 5.
Yeah.
Now Enran9 will just hook shot away, so good defense from J-Team. Can they catch one?
They have an angle here for Enran9. They're not gonna go through. Doesn't have the hook shot. Could have been a great chance for them.
Right.
CS17 still looking for a kill, but they're not gonna see anybody.
Yeah, it still is a decent trade overall for J-Team, right? Like they were still able to destroy the tower here in the bottom lane and was able to tempo advantage or tempo run on towards the top side. Will be able to break down the third tower of the game. Daton might okay, so that's just for healing purposes, but I thought he's going for the engage. Can't really engage that easy against DY's Braum.
Yeah. For now, for J-Team, what they want to do is just control the tempo here. Yes, they have the gold lead. They want to keep it as is. They want to stabilize this just to let their ADCs pop off during the late game stages. So for now, what they want to do is take the next dragon, deny KBG that soul as early as now, because at least now they still have a potential fight even in long drag on fights, at least at this point.
Exactly. And looking at the state of the goal, we're seeing massive advantage on towards the mid laner of J-Team, but that's really expected, right? Like that's against the Camille, you won't really feel any threat and you will be free to farm. That's going to be the second item completed for the Corki. What an addition, by the way, in the Corki's item choices. Crown of the Shattered Queen. When, you being used with a package, you're going for the play though.
Great surprise, Hextech Ultimatum was used. There's nobody that they can defend this guy, but X1 still survives. It's a good thing that he was able to survive now. They still have some damage. They don't have the package, but they were able to defend their ADC.
Yeah. Even I was surprised, right? Like I did not expect an engage coming in from KBG, but you know who the hero was? DY. DY cancelled. A lot of damage coming in from the Ezreal, holding the door, and as you said, it's not just the melee members of KBG that he's countering right now. He's countering the Ezreal.
Yeah. Oh my. Oh, I thought Yu's just gonna die there by the missile barrage, but again, that was also what's great about that fight is also Soldier was at the ready to use the package just to be a carpet that they need to go through. Flash coming in from KG. They got the stun on SDY. Doesn't have any time though. Nobody's gonna be here to save him up. And SDY is not gonna survive. Goes for the Flash. Dragon's Rage. They're gonna go for a kill on Daton. Flash in. CF17 survives for a bit, but he's taking a lot of damage. And Daton survives. And what was that? They got 2 kills out of that.
Inhuman! What? Okay, alright. So that was the best way to outplay that one with literally 1 HP. I did not even know it was possible, but the tone really held off with the Onslaught of Shadows, not even using it against SZY, and CF17 with a perfectly placed Dragon's Rage, even using the Flash Dash.
Oh man.
Dude!
Oh man, look at what they did to him. Oh man. It wasn't able to get one attack in because of his spacing. Oh man, the Ton is just so good.
He's so crazy. Okay, so KG also did his part, but That tone, dude, you're a god. Dude. But yeah, KBG. It's not yet done though, right? J-Team though is feeling the pressure right now in CF17, losing the double buff once again right then and there. Definitely going to be a very big blow. They're really controlling this Lee Sin, which is going to be very vital to the plans of KBG because Lee Sin come late game is pretty much, yeah, just a quick bot.
Yeah, not getting any tempo for the Lee Sin this early in the game, so a low kill count game is not what you want whenever a Lee Sin gets picked on your side. But again, J-Team still has X1 and Soldier. They would just need to let a CF17 do his job of defending his ADCs, and they can still be safe here.
Oh no, and now the tower destroying squads of KBG, and the Jax is already online. Even on the tower count, RKBG and J-Team, but you know, it's expected that KBG will be riding on Jax's shoulders, especially come late game, especially against the Renekton, right?
Good position from Unreal 9. Might be a great one for them to work with SCY being chased down. Still have DY in front. He still have the Glacial Fissure. It's not going to hit anybody but J-Team. There's a lot of ultimates just to survive that.
Yeah, and DY is so tanky, man. Like, the dude was pretty much the biggest wall, biggest hurdle for KBG. You look at the items here by Unreal 9, right? Like, okay, so now it's clear. It's going to be a 1-3-1 split push win condition for them, right? Because the Hull Breaker is completed here for the Camille. And they don't want to really fight as 5. They want to play this in a 1-3-1 setup. Because SZY will definitely get outscaled, right? All those marksmen cannot really play the side lane. They can just easily get chased down by the Hecarim. And this is one way to do it if you're KBG.
Yep. And with the Riftmaker already built by Jax, they could go for the Hull Breaker on the next one. So, yep, as we expect, it's going to be what's going to happen happening here for their Sabata J-Team. Still looking for opportunities to go for fights because that's what they want as a team here. As long as they still have Soldier being this healthy, they could definitely take any fights that they want. But the Baron is open. That could be an angle for a double ADC comp.
Yeah, surely, Red. Like, very easy to shred down the Baron, especially with a double marksman composition. One thing to note as well is that there will be no Dragon Souls for contention. At least in, you know, in the third dragon, because we have one dragon apiece. And that just means that, you know, if you are KBG or J-Team, if you don't feel that you do have the better position come the dragon team fight, you can let it go, right? Like, you can have it surrendered. But are they going to just surrender, you know, an advantage that pretty much you want to have, especially with the Core Keys package available, right? No, J-Team will really definitely fight for this one.
Yeah, the Ton just waiting for any opportunities to go in here for the squad. Crown of the Shattered Queen has been popped on Soldier. They're taking their time. This red carpet would be expiring in just a bit, so Soldier needs to find a way to use this, and they need to decide right now.
Yeah. You see the respect that KBG is showing. Although Unrun 9 went for the Hullbreaker, he is here to support his team, right? Like, that's the flexibility of their play and play style as well. That Tone, by the way, is hiding inside the bushes.
Yeah, they don't have any package anymore. KBG could start the fight. Now we're waiting for J-Team to make the call here. SZY is going to be seen. Still have some damage. SZY might be able to go for a stun on Shalma. He's still backing away. Goes in for the Cha-Cha, dancing around the dragon. They're still not committing.
Yeah, and they can go in from multiple angles, right? Like, Unrun 9 can go from behind. KG can go from above. This is like the perfect way to pincer and force J-Team onto a corner. I really love to see this dragon dance. And again, the patience of KBG is second to none.
No more vision. They don't know that. J-Team doesn't know that KBG doesn't have any vision, so that they need to really go to this bush that they have on the bottom side of the map. They need Yu to stay as a ward there, but now SCY, the cracks on the side of J-Team is already showing.
Yeah, okay. True shot barrage. And the dragon. Oh man, this is the tankiest dragon I've ever seen.
Yeah, SZY might be taking his time, and now they might be able to go for the fight. That's on right there onto the back line. They have the Meteor Enchant. They're going to be taking the dragon onto their side. J-Team with the KG onto the back line would be able to get the stun, and that's going to be a dead DY right here. Look at the damage from the ADCs. It's still not enough, and KBG is looking to get more objectives.
Very good team fight once again, right? Perfect team fighting from KBG time and time again. They got J-Team cornered, and with the man advantage, KBG will... Okay, J-Team does not have a tank here, and they will be just securing the Scuttle Vision around the Baron to mitigate the damage. But yeah, going back, KBG very good in their team fighting, right? Like they focused down, they threatened an engage, and that allowed the Town to secure the Dragon. Another positive for TPS Gaming.
It's really hard to utilize a Renekton right now in this meta, especially whenever a Jax is available. Because you could see the cracks in their armor, like what's happening at the bot lane. SCY was too late. Even with a Ruthless Predator, he wasn't able to do much there as a Renekton.
And again, this is really much because they went for the heavy priority to get the Renekton Lee Sin duo combo, right? Which is pretty much a very strong duo topside.
Yeah.
But they were not able to get kills, and that's what really is holding back J-Team right now.
Yeah, and again, KBG could just definitely take any objectives that they can. Yeah, 1v1, don't need to take any fight. And J-Team, how will they pull the trigger? Because they can't even get close against members of KBG.
Yeah, unless if CF17 gets a very good kick. That's the only engage that they can do. J-Team starting the Elder.
They're just taking their time here. Elder Dragon is going to be a very healthy Unrun Knight's going to be the first target. Hookshot's going to be there. And they might be able to get a takedown. The ton! What a perfect offline of the shadows. Nobody died there. CF17, 1 HP. He's just going to be surviving. He needs to back away.
Yeah, that means the J-Team has to call off this Elder takedown. They don't have any jungler. KBG might be able to sneak this one away. Alright, so they're holding back. And dude, KBG dodged a bullet there. Unrun 9 going down there might have just resulted into an Elder takedown for J-Team. Again, this is a double marksman composition. Very good when it comes to objective takedowns. And round number 2 against Elder.
They saved the Dragon's Rage in that fight. That could have been a kill for them. Now, Under 9 has an opportunity to do that for a second time. And they're the team who needs to go for a front to back. So they always need to be in formation.
Right. And again, same strategy as earlier, right? KG will be on the bot side, Unrun 9 will be on the mid lane, and then KBG will dance with the dragon. But Yu this time, Yu actually... okay. So this is a very good response.
Plan. Yeah, great plan coming in from their side, but they're going to be outnumbered on this dragon fight. Already taking down the bottom lane. KG is not stopping on hacking on that tower. This tower might fall down, and J-Team doesn't have any answer for it.
This is what we were saying, right? That Jax will remain a win condition, especially against the Renekton. He wasn't able to take down, or was he?
No, he wasn't.
Okay, he wasn't. All right, and plus, you look at his pathing. I think he felt threatened and had to back away. But still, you know, you're seeing the mental advantage that KBG has right now over J-Team. If they leave Jax by himself, he will be able to take down the towers.
Yeah, they don't need to force this though. KG could just go to the top lane and just go for a push again, but I think they want to go for a 5v5. Level 15 on that Jackson, that or rather Hecarim. Now they're starting to knock up into the back line. They got the ADC. Next one is gonna fall down. What a great start of the fight, and now it's gonna be a 4v5. Not a fight that you can take whenever you have the ADC down. It's time for you to go away.
KG and company still has to be careful because CF17 can still threaten to rush them down. A 4v4 here. Unrun 9 needs to go back.
Yeah, Unrun 9 is recalling. Get another knock up on the members right there. The taunt is just dealing so much damage. Soldier is in a safe spot. He's just dealing so much with the missile barrages. And he needs to be careful, Shalma. Arcane shifts in. That was really scary.
Yeah, as ZY wasn't prepared. Now the action continues. Soldier using the Valkyrie. He's going to get cornered, Van Ron.
What is that, Soldier? It's a good thing he doesn't have the Hexical Ultimatum. Unrun 9 could have killed him easily there.
Exactly. Right, one thing that we know is that this dragon is still being starting. Yeah, the patience is still on. It's not resetting. CF17 still here.
Teleport though, it's not regenerating. It's going to be taking their time. Teleport's going to come out, and this is going to be their time.
Kick.
What a great way. Is the sun is going to miss this, and that's why that Elder Dragon is going to be taken by KBG. They still are going to... Oh, no, never mind. They were able to take it on the side of KBG.
Yeah, KBG is still very good, man. Like... Oh, dude. That play alone, that was a very long Elder Dragon dance, right? And everything that KBG did there just showcased how good they are when it comes to their decision making. They did not rush in. They waited for the perfect moment. And although at that point, you know, the CF17 had the right idea. He had the kick, and he could have kicked the jungler to have that smite advantage. But what KBG did is to leave the Elder Dragon at a certain health threshold. Now the Baron is being started.
Well, KG is now low in HP. Don't have the CF17 to help them out here. They're not going to be able to steal this easily. And KBG is just going to be taking both Baron and Elder.
cheat code.
Oh man.
They're a cheat code, dude.
Oh man.
This is pretty much the craziest and cleanest play I've ever seen from a team in this season. And KBG, if they are still able to pull that thing off, dude, they're still one of the favorites for the titles.
Yeah, for sure. They were able to pull this off with the champions that they have right now. And they're just doing what they can with what they're dealt with. And now also to the shadows, onto the back line. T1's gonna fall.
T1's gone.
And that's gonna be one more soldier's gonna be next. Stasis was used. And this is gonna be another kill onto their side. One more, and that's gonna be next. That is the kill. And J-Team wasn't able to do anything much for the former champions. KBG still takes game 1.
That's so tilting, gosh. Right?
Wow.
That was crazy. That was putting you on a rear naked choke, right? Like UFC terms.
Oh yeah.
And